International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women.
Women's Day means a chance for us women to celebrate our achievements, a chance for us women to celebrate each other, and just know that we matter and we rule the world.
Women's Day means, to me, the day to celebrate the strength of a woman, the absolute, skill and beauty and diversity of a woman. Like, women are resourceful, and that's what it is to me.
Absolutely, it's the same. It's the day, well, it shouldn't even be just a day, but like, it's the day set aside to give thanks and to be grateful for the women in our lives and for being able to be a woman.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To have that tenacity of being a woman, to have that resourcefulness, to have that ingenuity of being a woman, and being able to give life, first of all.
Yes.
And being able to nurture and being able to be the boss and being able to be anything.
That you want to be who you want to
and
be.
For fighting just for equal rights. That's it.
Women's Day to me means acknowledging our differences as women and also giving thanks to the women throughout history on whose shoulders I stand that have enabled me to achieve my dreams.
To me, this day makes people aware of women's rights and gender equality. It celebrates women's right to decision making in all areas of life.
For me, International Women's Day is just a day of celebration, a day of just taking time to appreciate what women have done or the role women have played or are playing in society.
It means a celebration for everything that has been accomplished, everything that we're going to be accomplishing as women.
Women's Day is also about remembering the journey, remembering that we still have a long way to go, but not to give up and push for equality because we will get there one day.
It's massive. I mean, we finally have platforms now where we can represent each other and ourselves as the best females we can be. And people are listening. That means everything.
Women's Day is an opportunity for the world to come together to celebrate women and to amplify women's voices, and I am all for that.
International Women's Day is about celebrating the achievements of women and re-amplifying their voices around the world. I think it's also a reminder that there's still a lot to be done to achieve true gender equality, and it's a call, I think, to all of us, men and women, to continue to actively uplift, support and motivate women.
Women's Day to me is a reminder that women are the neck, that women are the rib, that women nurture and build and are the creator.
It means celebrating achievements from women all over the world, big or small, those spoken about and those celebrated in small groups.
I have so many. Michelle Obama is one. I love her grace. I love her authenticity. She speaks to me. She is a woman that I look at and I would like to emulate. But I'm going to cheat and I'm going to mention someone else. Cardi B is another role model for me. And I tell you why. Because to me, she speaks her mind. And in one of her songs, she actually has a lyric that says, started speaking my mind and tripled my views. And what that says to me is that, you know what, the world gravitates towards authenticity, towards originality. And I think that's what Cardi B does. She is her authentic self. And, you know, the world is gravitating to her. So there's a lesson behind that for me.
My role model is my mother. My mother has taught me how to be true to myself. She has inspired me and pushed me to become the woman that I am today. I would also like to say that my grandmothers were exceptional people. They were amazing women, and I would also like to say that my aunt is also a big role model. I love them all.
I don't have one. I really don't have one. I have like several things that I love in several people. I'll put it that way, that I aspire to or that I would say. It's the women who are bold enough to be authentically who they are. I love that. I absolutely love that. It's the women who constantly say, don't box me in.
My role model is my mother. She inspires me to be so much more than who I am and to believe big. There is nothing that is impossible with the right focus and dedication. And setbacks, failures, they are just lessons to be learned. She's taught me to have strength in adversity, and most importantly, she's taught me to have faith. And also that there is no one who is more important than me, and vice versa, that I am no more important than the next person. She is truly my rock.
The female role models for me would definitely have to be in my lineage, my ancestry. My great Gogo Sheba, my Gogo Magogo, and my mother Guruletu. These women have instilled values into me that I will carry forward into my child rearing.
Mamu Winnie Mandela. I watched the documentary and it was amazing how she fought in the times of apartheid, how she stood strong for the women, you know, and all those women that were fighting with her. This is the reason why we today have a better life. This is the reason why now women are able to get jobs that are the same jobs that men get without feeling like they don't belong.
Throughout my life, I have drawn inspiration from different women coming from different backgrounds and different walks of life. But my mother will always be my number one role model. My mother has taught me to love unconditionally. She has taught me to give freely and to forgive everyone. She is my hero, my inner strength, and for that, I celebrate her every single day.
My sisters, they're amazing. They're hardworking, kind, extremely passionate beings and loving. They're part of a community. They're mothers, sisters, aunts, friends. They work hard within their careers and as individuals. So I'm just constantly inspired by them every single day.
At the moment, I've got two role models. Basitana Kumalo is one of my role models. I met her 2019. She spoke on building an empire at Women's Etiquette Brand. She was the first Black Miss South Africa. And you can imagine that is absolutely, she broke boundaries. She broke barriers that, you know, nobody had a comprehension of them even happening. And she is an amazing businesswoman. She is God-fearing, she is encouraging, she's inspiring, and does so many amazing things. And for me, that resonates with me a lot.
For me, it's definitely, I think my mom has just been the absolute most amazing example of, you know, they say the strength of a woman shouldn't be, you know, what we're celebrated for because we get tired, but that woman's strength, oh my god, she's the absolute, and the reason why is because she's done it all for me and my siblings.
My constant role model, or a person I consider quite a lot in everything I do, is my aunt Melania. So from when I was a young girl, I've always known her to be hardworking. She's always challenged herself, and I think for her the sky has never been the limit. And I remember seeing her driving trucks and lorries when we were kids, and I was thinking, how can this woman be driving such a big like a big truck? Like, it's a man's job, but for her it was, you know, nothing could ever stop her from doing things like that. So I've known her being a teacher, she's a dressmaker, she's a philanthropist, and she got herself through university, and then she and like now she's a politician. So yeah, I think for me, some aspiring to be as hardworking as her is something that I really look towards, and I appreciate having her in my life and her guiding me.
The women that inspire me most are those that surround me, I think, in my day-to-day life. And without a doubt, my mum is still my biggest inspiration because of the values that she lived her life by, and that she instilled in me. The importance of being empathetic to others and a real love for humanity in all of its diversity, as well as a strong commitment to equality and social justice. And really that's the inspiration behind my page, Inclusive Generation, and it's the values by which I try to live my own life as well.
My role model had to be my mother. I recognized that she was somebody who led us with such love. She is somebody who made a lot of sacrifices for her family, and I appreciate each and every one of those sacrifices that she made, especially for me, to ensure that I had a good education, to ensure that that I came out the way that I am today. So I attribute a lot of my success to her.
To the women and girls out there, know that you are strong, talented, wise, resourceful, and there is no limit to what you can do. Who you are, your story, our stories are most valuable and sacred and must be heard. And while you are busy nurturing, advancing, and reshaping the world, don't forget to take time out for yourself and look after your own health.
I say the world is truly your oyster.
Absolutely.
You can be anything you want to be. You can do
stop.
anything you want to do. You can literally live the life you want to live every single day if you choose to. You just have to choose to, and we know it's tough. I'm not saying it's going to be easy or that the carpet is red. The red carpet is laid out for us, but indeed, I do believe it's still possible. I believe that you can literally be and do anything you want to do. You want to be a mom, you want to be a career woman, you want to just like live your best life.
Please.
100%.
Absolutely. And the world, she's right, the world is your oyster, guys. Go out and grab it by both hands and just do it and be fearless.
Fearless, yes.
Be fearless and be who you are.
Be bold.
Because everyone else is taken. Be yourself, be who you are, and your tribe will always find you.
100%.
Don't limit yourself. Don't think that you cannot do anything. You are limitless, and whatever you set your mind to, you can achieve it.
Your future is not something that happens to you. It's something you make happen. It all starts with education, which is a fundamental driver of personal, national, and global development. If your parents did not invest in your education, then you must invest in it yourself if you want to further yourself professionally. There is never a point in your life where learning and furthering yourself becomes unimportant or unnecessary. It is only through education that you are able to escape from poverty and improve yourself. And it is only through ongoing education that you will continue to develop and achieve everything that you wish for. So I say, choose education.
Find your special talent, or your hidden talent, more like. It doesn't really matter when you find this. It could be as early on as when you're a child, or in your teenage years, or when you're a lot older. Like, I didn't know I could sew until like early in my 20s. So, and now it's become my career and my passion and my love. So I would say, just take your time to find that special thing that makes you different. And once you've found it, I would say perfect it. And by perfecting it, I'm thinking more like find a way to make it, to make yourself like better in whatever talent you've found, be it by going to school or university, or just practicing it over and over again to make sure that you're really good at it. And then once you've perfected it, I would say use it, and then use it for the greater good.
My sisters and my beautiful women in the south of Africa, we live in a very misogynistic world. So my advice to you girls is be true to yourself, know your rights, know that you are everything. You can become anything that you want. The world is your oyster.
Love yourself, sis. Unapologetically be you. You were created with a purpose. So honor that and honor yourself. It's not about how hard you fall. It's about how you pick yourself up and dust yourself off.
Follow your passion, because your passion does speak to you. Your passion speaks to you. God speaks to you. Your gut speaks to you. So if you follow these and you trust in them, then there is no reason why you should doubt. And that is just my message always, that yes, you can. Give it a go. Try, succeed. Or try and fail and change your method and try again. And let's continue to celebrate ourselves, celebrate each other, encourage each other, hold hands, and make the world a better place.
Be yourself. Be your authentic self. There is no better time. This is just such a great time to be African, to be Southern African. There is a celebration of diverse voices, and this is our time to be heard. Like, there is no greater time than now to be your authentic self. And particularly to the young girls, I just want to say, you know what? You don't need to have life figured out at all. You don't need to know exactly what you're going to be when you grow up. But you just have to learn who you are, celebrate who you are now, and just stay true to you. Stay true to you, because you know what? The world gravitates towards originality.
My message for women and young girls in Southern Africa is follow your dreams. You are allowed to dream. Dream. Every child has a right to dream.
To all the young women out there, to all the young women in Southern Africa, I'm a firm believer of representation matters. So it's about looking for mentors in industries that you want to be successful in. Those industries may vary. You know, for some women, maybe I just want to be a good mom. So look for a good mom to be your role model and to be your mentor. Because one day somebody's going to be looking at you, looking up to you, and wanting to emulate you, emulate the behaviors that you are showing. So it's about also showing and telling your story the way that you want it to be told. Because your story is going to make an impact in somebody else's life. It's going to empower somebody to make changes. So it's about being bold and being courageous in telling the world who you are, telling the world who you want to be, tell the world who you're going to be, because with your voice, you can change so many more people's lives.
Sending big love to you all. You're strong, you're powerful, and you're capable of whatever you put your mind to. Don't let society, social media dictate your life. Just be true to yourself, be authentic, and live your life on your own terms.
What I would say to you ladies in Africa or wherever you are, my one bit of advice is, despite the traditional and cultural boundaries that you have grown up learning, always manifest your own reality. You know your body more than anyone else would ever know your body. You know your thoughts, you know your desires. Allow yourself to be curious, allow yourself to express without fear. And I know, like I said, we have many cultural boundaries that we adhere to, but don't ever let culture become you. You are the culture.
The one thing that comes to mind is the importance of believing in ourselves as women and realizing that no matter how challenging a situation might be today, every experience is temporary, and you've got to realize that there's always something better. You can always better your life in one way or the other. And one way to do that, what I've found, is investing in yourself in terms of the people that you surround yourself with, whether it be education as well, educating yourself, opening doors for yourself. If you see somebody that does things that you really like, reach out to them, create a social community for yourself to engage in and to participate in. The sky is the limit. Really get out of bed, get the job done, believe in your worth. You are enough all the time, no matter how sometimes it might be a little bit challenging and the environments that we're in are not encouraging enough. You have to find it in yourself, or you need to start that journey of believing in yourself every single day, because we're here, we're cheering you on. International Women's Day is one day that just gets us to show you that we're there listening and cheering and supporting and excited to see what you've got going on. So keep the fire burning. Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day to everyone.
Happy Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Month.